So this is what I found metal detecting in February 2020, mostly in Phoenix area parks. Now there are some non-metal things here. Golf ball, a dollar bill that I found laying on the ground, and this pixel art. It's called perler beads. Found those just by keeping my eyes open. And the lens for the sunglasses, because this lens does not fit this frame, though I found them pretty close to each other, strangely enough. Anyway, we're going to start and go kind of counterclockwise here. This is a neat non-metal item too. When glass is real old, the old glass had a bit of lead fumes that it was exposed to, and over time it turns purple. So that was in an old area, I reckon. Here we have some aluminum bits that will melt down and use in a future project. Yeah, these are all aluminum. These are all copper. This was found in the same spot this was, as with a couple of the beaver tails there. It's a nice big chunk of copper. It was a couple inches deep. I don't know what this was, but a good chunk of copper, and it'll go in the foundry. Here's a little piece of brass, a nice chunky chunk of steel. Don't know what that's for. Here we've got our quarters. Only one nickel in February and a bunch of dimes. I did pretty well for February considering it's a short month. The thing I find the most of every time, the zinc Lincoln pennies, or Zinkins as we call them. I actually found a couple of little caches or hoards of these buried in parks. I found probably about 20 in one hole. They were buried kind of deep along with this little charm here. It's just junk jewelry, but it's someone's hidden treasure. And then another one was probably 50 pennies all together. And then here's my copper pennies. I just like the looks of them. They look more like real money. They feel more like real money. Found a couple little trash beads. And then this I think is lead. That sounded real good. These sound real good when you find them. The washers sound so good because they're a mix of a coin sound and a ring sound. Here we got some zipper pulls, some other odd bits of steel, old nail, screws. There's a pen. Wonder if that works. Who knows? Looks pretty rough. Here's the trash that I found. This is not all the trash that I found, but this is just what made it home because it got thrown in a pocket instead of a trash can. Here's a little hair pin of some sort, and this looked good at the time, and then I realized it's just a junk earring. This actually does have a little metal catch. I actually heard that with my metal detector, believe it or not. Little bits of hardware. Now for the very interesting items. This here, very exciting to me. Little model airplane, or a toy airplane. You can just imagine some kids zoom, and then the tears when they left it behind. And then here we got this chunk of cast iron, I think. Might be lead. It's kind of heavy. Kind of ornate. Wonder what that was. And then a couple other little junk bits of jewelry. I don't think these are anything. These are interesting to me. The three most interesting coins. There's a Canada penny. Don't know if you can make that out. Canada, 1 cent. And it's got the Queen on it. 2003, maybe? It's neat that it's Canadian money in America. Here's a game token from Peter Piper Pizza. I like tokens. It doesn't matter where they're from. I think tokens are neat because it's not money at all. It's something we just agreed has some kind of value. Maybe for a game at a pizza place, maybe for a car wash, maybe to work the vacuum at a car wash. Those are the ones I most commonly find, but I've also found tax tokens, all kinds of neat tokens I really like. And then the oldest penny that I found is a wheat penny. They call it wheatback penny because there's little wheat leaves on the back there. You can see them on the sides here. And then it's 1958. So that's the last year they made wheat pennies. 59 they started the traditional Lincoln Memorial cent. So that's what I found this month. Nothing spectacular. It's always good to be out there and find stuff, just to sort of get out in the elements and see what you find. You never know. I have found a gold ring, a few silver rings. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find lots of great stuff. Now I do plan to melt the aluminum, the copper, and the brass down in the foundry and make that into something someday. That's the other part of my hobby that I hope you'll enjoy. Anyway, thank you for watching.